And good morning. My mic is over here. My
We can
mic
hear
is
you
over
though.
there. Like, good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. Oh my gosh, that is a mess. That's a hot mess. Anyway, let me just make sure my system is working properly because it's not. Nothing is set
No, I
properly.
can. We can hear you perfectly fine.
Well, that's good. This the old without the mic. I don't know why the mic didn't take, but that's interesting that it didn't take. Interesting. Okay, there we go. I am back with my wonderful Mikey Mike. Lord knows I need my Mikey
Oh
Mike.
no, there you
I'm
go.
so used to it.
You're really high now.
Oh, I'm now really loud. Am I loud?
Yeah.
Okay, let
There
me
you
step
go.
away.
There you go. There you go.
Much better. Okay. When I'm right here, it gets a little loud, but welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster, and I'm here to touch base with you every day, as we do every day with my buddy on Thursdays. Is Chris Edwards? Welcome with
What's
his cowboy hat on.
I, I'm giving you Cowboy Carter today.
I said, the brother is channeling Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Beyonce, and country music. And interesting, I'm gonna talk about a couple of things about country music. Gwendolyn and I were having a conversation this morning, and we were just chatting it up about how this new thing that you see online regarding the country music folks. Need I say the country white artists or white sponsors of country music? Say Beyonce's music is not really country, and they're hating her, and all kinds of ridicule and all kinds of bad negative stuff that's going on in the world when it comes to Beyonce and country music. But she is doing good.
She's
her
doing her
music is
thing.
her music is topping the charts. I love my Jolie because that's one of my favorite songs from Dolly Parton,
Yeah.
and that is my
You
son. And
know,
Dolly
you,
Parton says she loves the new make on it.
I'll tell you my
So,
favorite song, the one that she has with Miley Cyrus. I love that track. Love it.
oh
I
yeah, I
forget the
haven't
name
heard
of
it
it.
yet. I heard a piece of it, but I haven't heard the whole full thing. I've only heard Jolie, and then there's another one. Wait, I think I did hear it. I think I heard it. Yes, I think I heard it yesterday. I
Hold
think I
on,
heard it in the morning.
I'll tell you what it is.
Well,
Um,
folks are just losing their mind. Hey, Adrian's in the building. Sunny Boy's in the building. Kelly A is in the building.
it's called Two
What's
Most
going on?
Wanted. Two Most Wanted
Two.
with Miley.
Yes, yes,
Such a great
yes.
song.
Such a
Yeah.
good song. And so, for all those that are hating on Beyonce and her country music, and what I think, Beyonce is a strategic businesswoman when it comes to music. What I love about it um, is that she knew exactly how to bring this into fold by bringing in and what do you want to call it, collaborating with so many great artists that
Yeah.
are country music singers. So hats off to Beyonce. And so Gwendolyn and I were talking this morning about country music.
Oh well, look at that.
And
I channeled you guys this
you
morning.
channeled us today. You didn't even know we talked about country music this morning.
No.
Yes, we were talking this morning. Gwendolyn and I have our little chats in the morning, and so we were talking about country music. And so my question to her was, who invented the banjo? Does anyone know? Does
I believe
anyone in the audience know? Who
I,
invented the
I
banjo?
don't it was a black person, wasn't it?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. One of the main ingredients to country music is the banjo, and it was created by Africans from Central and Western Africa. I mean, when people don't know their history,
Which most people do not.
yes. And then here's another thing. Here's another. So then I said, let me find out what is the most important instrument in country music. And The Google machine said it's called the steel guitar. And I said, the steel guitar? Well, I didn't know exactly what a steel guitar was. I thought I knew what it was, and I think I knew what it was, and I was like, yeah, that's what it was. And it turned out that I didn't know what it was. That the steel guitar is the most important instrument in country today, and it was responsible for changing American music overall.
Oh
The
wow.
steel guitar. Who created that? Who invented the steel guitar?
I'm sure you did your research and you have
You
the
know I
actual
did.
person
You
who did it.
trivia, Jeopardy. Where's my son in here? Jeopardy question. And don't you dare go to the Google machine. Yeah, I mean, it was correct. It was invented by a Hawaiian. A Hawaiian man invented the steel guitar. So it kind of like say, okay, countries trying to like claim that it's a white thing. It's a white thing. And it's not a white thing. It's not a white American thing. It's multicultural influences on American country music.
And like most things in America, black people started it first and it was appropriated by the others
You have
and called their
gospel.
own.
Yeah, gospel is another part of the ingredient of country music.
Yeah.
Old folk slave songs is another ingredient to country music. So anyway, just thought we would throw that out. Since you're channeling with your hat, sir, country.
So let me tell you the story of why I'm even wearing this hat. So I'm in New York. I'm at my parents' house right now, and I have about everyone knows I'm a big lover of hats, and throughout the years I've collected tons of different fedoras and straws and wools, but I've also collected country western hats. So I have a few of them. And I was like, I had this one. I was like, you know what? I'm feeling a little country this morning, so I just threw it on.
Adrian says, let's be clear. It's not a country album. It's a Beyonce album with a few country tracks.
I mean, that could be said
Uh,
to a certain
but
degree,
they're
but it's
calling it a country album. I mean, at
it's
least the
country.
industry is.
So here's the thing: it's country based, and when you say, here's the, I think what Beyonce is doing is, and it's not anything revolutionary, um, but she's taking ownership of music. Like she doesn't want to be categorized in any particular genre because she's a lover of music, and she creates music that she's feeling. This album, for those that do not know, it took her 5 years to produce this album. So this album was actually done before the original Renaissance Part One album, and of course,
Interesting.
I don't know if everyone's heard the other additional backstory behind this. She did this album as a reaction to not being accepted on country music, and at the CMA Awards when she performed with the Dixie Chicks, or they're called the Chicks now, back in the day. This was a reaction to her because she was just like, why can I not do country music? Think about it. Beyonce is from Houston, Texas. That is country. She grew up on that. I mean, how are
It
you going to
doesn't get
deny
more
her?
country than Texas.
Exactly. Like this woman, she is a lover of music, and it shows in everything that she does. She is an artist more than anything else, and whatever she's feeling at the time, she puts into her music and she puts it out to the world. Now, if we want to categorize it, that's us. I mean, for charting and all that other stuff, yes, you have to put it and put a label on it and put it in a box. But Beyonce is just an artist, and and us as artists, photographers, videographers, painters, people that draw, you know that you don't do just one thing. Throughout your life, you dibble and dabble in different little things, and that you feel comfortable doing at the time. So if it means that one day you're drawing still life, that doesn't make you only that you can only draw still life. You might be drawing portraits of people later on, or then you might be doing cartoons. It's whatever you feel at the time. You're just being a creative, and that's what she's doing. So leave her the hell alone.
So Trish says, and Trish is white. For those that don't know, Trish is white, and she's always here in this community. And I love me some Trish because Trish knows she's she's just knows the world, and she's a full informed person. There are lots of white people that are fully informed and that are allies to people of color, that are allies as being we are all Americans, that are allies that we are all connected and that we all live in this country together. That's Trish. So she says, why are we always knocking down the white folks? Not all white folks, Trish. You know we don't roll that
Mm-mm.
way. Everyone's equal here. However, there are unfortunately some things going on in the country right now. And unfortunately, there's a segment of the white population that's going after everything that's colored,
Yeah,
with color, with people of color. So that's why Trish, I love you, Trish. But Trish is white girl from West Coast, and she is amazing. And like I said, she is a true ally to the Black community. So shout out to our Trish. And so I'm gonna make sure I make that point. Trish says, I'm Black too. Yes. Speaking of Hawaii, you lived in Hawaii, right, Trish? For a moment. I see in here Dr. Tachi's in the building, and she says to Chris, Jamaican cowboy.
yes. All I
Oh
need is a
my
bull now.
goodness. Well,
I
look,
just need to get on a bull.
you have a big fan here. Looking here, I see here, Chrissy says, Chris looks great. Look
Oh,
at that.
thank you, thank you.
You look, and then you got one from
Hey.
G. She says, I do love that hat, Chris. Yeah. Oh.
Listen, I was
Ah.
honestly all I was gonna do was wear the t-shirt today, but this room was a little bit cool because it's very cold here in New York today. Right
It
now,
is cold in New York.
it's like
Cool.
currently I think 46 degrees. So
Yeah,
yes,
it's a
very
very
cool.
cool, raw, cold, rainy day here
Rainy
in New
day,
York.
yeah. And
Yeah,
we in earlier this week, I believe it was Monday and Tuesday.
it was
We had
82 degrees on Monday.
84 in Delaware, 84. So to come up here and to come into this cold, I was just like, what happened?
who who opened up the refrigerator?
Exactly. It
It
didn't
is
close it.
cold. It is cold in New York City today, and dreary and rainy. I have a event to photograph this evening. Well, this really not this evening, but this afternoon. So as soon as I get off of here, I'll be running to the city. Usually I would just hop in a cab, a bike, and I'll just ride the bike. But today I will definitely be using Uber because I will not be on the subway with my equipment. Which is mostly what I do anyway with clients. I ride the Uber. Oh no, you better work that hat, Chris. Dr. Tashi loves the hat. Dr. Tashi loves the hat. Aya is in the
I,
building. What's going on? Sending her tulips and flowers. Guys, do you know it's for those that I've been posting about flowers. I've been posting flower photos. How about that? And it has been so good to wake up in the morning, go for a walk. Yesterday, I went up to the botanical garden,
oh, I
renewed my
love
membership.
that place.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best places. To just so now I'll be able to go up to the garden, do a lap around the gardens, and then come back home. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I renewed my membership yesterday. So when she sent
Wait, are you
when she
talking about
hands
the Brooklyn one? The
the
Brooklyn
Brooklyn
Botanical
Botanical
Gardens? Oh,
Garden,
okay,
yeah.
okay,
And
okay.
so she says to me, she hands me the invoice, to sign. And I was like, wait, it's $75 now?
Everything's expensive, sir.
I was like, y'all went up $10. And but it's worth it because if you go visit, it's $25. And now it gives me an excuse to go in the park, go in on the Washington Avenue side and come out through um Eastern Parkway side, or I can even walk further down and go to the Eastern Parkway, not Eastern Park, but what we want to call Flatbush and go out the
Mm,
Flatbush entrance and make my big loop and try to get 5 miles of walking in versus 4 miles. So it is worth it. It's like paying a gym membership. So nice $75 to the wonderful Brooklyn Botanical Garden. And they had a little shop festival yesterday. They had the band, but the photos of the tulips. I've been making my tulip rounds. I went up to West Side Community. They have their festival starting, Tulip Festival starting on today. No, starting on Saturday. But they had all the tulips in the ground, so you can go in the park and see them. That's on the west side on 89th Street, west side 89th Street between Columbus and Amsterdam. Check out that little park there with all those beautiful tulips. So it is flower season. So that gives me the like, guys, I hope you're photographing your world. Get your smartphones out and photograph the trees. It's cherry blossom season too, and we just talked about it on Wednesday, on Tuesday, on how to take pictures of flowers. So take those tips. Go back to the repeat. Check it out on Tuesday. We talked
yeah.
about how to photograph flowers, and you guys will take better pictures during this flower season. Uh Hey, Omar's in the building. Hey, all. Good morning. Good morning from Omar. Elise is in the building. Elise, we have a proposition for you. I'm putting you on the spot in the public arena. You don't have to say yes, but you can
Nothing
think about
bad.
it.
Nothing bad.
We were thinking, well, I was thinking, and I said, Chris, what do you think about it? He said, I like that idea. So we said, okay, let's go for it. So on Thursdays, like we do this, we talk about news and news headlines and all the stuff that's going on in the world. And we said, why not the last 20 minutes or the last 30 minutes of this episode, or us communicating together, that we have what's called a roundtable, where we'll have two other people on here with us. So, Elise, you were the first person that we thought of. Well, of course, Elise, if you would like a seat at the table on Thursdays, let me know. I think it would be great to have you
Abs-
on board. And Chris and I talk about you all the time, of how much wisdom we gain from you. And you are you dive into topics. When you dive into topics, you know what you're talking about.
She's all in. All in.
She's all in.
All
So
the
we were
receipts.
like, we don't know what your time schedule looks like. Maybe it's not and it also is available to every, this is an invitation to a lot of folks, but we definitely, and we want you to be opinionated. It's a round table, so we can discuss things, and we don't have to be on the same page about it. Really, we
Absolutely.
could, it's a good round table. I think it'll be a healthy discussion. Trish, you're more than welcome to come on. So it would be great. Dr. Tachi, all the folks in this community that have something to say and have great points of view. On Thursdays, we're gonna just open up and do roundtable, and we'll have four of us instead of just Chris and I for the last half hour.
Gwendolyn,
Yeah,
Trish, come on in.
yeah. There's a bunch of folks in this community that love to talk. They got something to say and a lot of wisdom. Look, Elise says that may be a yes. She said that sounds great. Okay, so I think it'll be a great addition on Thursdays to be able to do that. It's just really cool. I think it will be cool. So you can hear the community as a whole. So cool. Let's get to some headlines. First of all, for those that don't know where you are, because I didn't put it up here, it is our Trend Watch Thursday.
Yes.
And so um I have one question for everyone in the building, everyone at the water cooler. What are you thankful for today? Before we go, we got to do thankfulness first before we go into the indulge in the headlines. So, what are you thankful for today? What are you thankful for? I am thankful for Chris wearing that hat today.
It spurred a whole, what, 15, 20-minute conversation.
Yes. Who knew we were gonna go down the cowboy the cowboy what we gonna call it, road or path?
Great conversation starter.
Yes, it was. It definitely was. But what are you guys thankful for on this wonderful Thankful Thursday? But it is Trend Watch Thursday, but it is also Thankful Thursday. So, what are you guys thankful for on this beautiful day here in New York City? Even though it's raining and it's very dreary, I am very thankful for this day. I love when it's this kind of day. It makes me kind of like just ease into the day. And yeah, I love the rain. I love the rain.
I I am thankful for family. I am up here because I want to shout out to my dad. Today is his birthday. He is 71 today.
Happy
And
birthday, Dad.
and then the other thing is I can't see my grandma. My grandmother is 87 years old. She'll be sorry, 97 years,
97. That's right. I
97
was
years
like,
old.
wait.
Yeah, yeah, she'll be 98 in October. And she had wanted me to come up for Easter, but I was with my other in-laws. So I made a point to just make it up here. So I spoke to her last week, Thursday, and she was like, "Oh, I long to see you." So I said, "All right." I didn't say anything to her. I surprised her. So I just showed up yesterday. So I'm up here for a couple of days, so I can, spend time with my dad and then spend time with my grandma. So yeah, thankful for
Welcome to New
family.
York. New York welcomes you back, Chris.
Yeah, it's always home.
So Kimmy says she is also thankful for family. And Trish says thankful for hats. And we have also Adrian says thankful for my wife. Best gift I ever got. And she is.
Awesome.
I love me my Nancy. I love Nancy. She's sweet as pie. I remember. No, I'm not even going there. Adrian, I'm going to spare you today. I'm going to spare you. But I do remember when he came running home saying, Yo, I found my wife. I found my wife. I was like, Yeah, okay. Little did we know. He was telling the
He
truth.
found.
He predicted it.
mm,
He found her at a very young age. And he knew it. He knew it off the bat. Came running home. Came running. He
People
said it right here
people
in this
know.
house. Came running in. I found my wife. I found my
People,
wife.
you know when you know.
He knew from the very beginning. Omar says, thankful for the 14 headshots I am about to do.
Okay,
He's at work. You were listening at work. Okay, got that, brother. And
that's
Kimmy
money.
Kim says, blessed. Nice. Elise says, that's wonderful, Chris. Thankful. And Dr. Taji says, thankful for great communities. There we go. There we go. And Trish says, most thankful for the sun. Well, we don't have sun over here today, but we are thankful for the rain and the sun. And Adrian says, I'm not going to say anything, proceeds to say everything. Yeah, I love them. I love them to pieces. Anyway, that's family time, right? And Amparo says she is thankful for the ability to continuously learn and being agile.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Lisa's in the building. We miss you, Lisa. It was a
What's
couple of
up,
days. We're
Lisa?
like, where's Lisa? Where's Lisa? And I was supposed to give you a call because when I don't see you, I have to kind of like give you a text. Charlene says, I am thankful for rest. Mm.
Mm.
I know a couple of my friends that need some rest. They will. I won't name them, but they need some rest. Charlene, thank you for that one. Yes. Lisa says, everyone happy Thursday. What else are you thankful for? And G says, thankful for the freedom to do whatever I want to do when I want to do it. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Kim says, Ron and Adrian, y'all are fun. We have fun together. We do. I love my boy. We have yeah, we just laugh all the time. Well, he'll keep you laughing. He and his wife. Thankful for the community. Oh, here we go. Thankful for the community and open-minded people. I love it. That's right. This is an open-minded, safe space community. Ooh, did I say that came out pretty well, right? I said that pretty
Mm-hmm.
well. That was almost like it was planned. Like I read it from a card. I didn't. Okay, it's time to get in the dirt now. The headlines. It's headlines. So, guys, there's a lot going on in the news, and one of the things I just want to say is, I know that we know that we're going with through this whole Trump. He's back in court today and here in New York City, but half the jury's almost done, selected. 17 people were, sorry, 7 people were selected on
Actually,
Tuesday.
here's a correction to that. This is more breaking news. Trump trial juror dismissed after aspects of her identity publicized. So one of the seated jurors is now no longer participating because her identity was leaked to the media.
Ugh.
So
It's
you
going to
can
be hard not to
y-
leak these people, because what's happening is, I didn't know this was a part of jury selection, is that they go back on your Facebook and social media
that
feeds.
that's not normal. This because of this trial, that's what they're doing.
Ah,
That is not a normal practice. And anyone who's ever served on a jury, they never. I don't remember anyone ever them requesting your social media handles so they can go and look. But because it's such a highly publicized case and has a lot to do with social media, they are actually looking at a lot of these um, potential jurors through their social feeds.
Lisa said, "What? That's crazy. Now the crazies are going to come after her." Exactly.
Yeah.
And look, think about it. She, man, is there any place safe from these Trump people?
And Judge Merchant said the juror expressed she was afraid and felt intimidated by the press.
Mm,
I mean,
wow,
this trial hasn't
wow.
even started. Granted, it's moving at a really fast clip pace because initially they said that they would probably start this trial in 2 weeks. Now, because they've seen so many jurors, they're projecting that they might start on Monday.
Yeah, they were hoping, but now if people are bailing out, or people are, being, their identities are being leaked, that may put a little monkey wrench in here. That
Yeah.
is so sad, but it is what it is, and I just want this court. And I'm just all you need is one person to not agree, so, and it would be a hung jury. So that's what it's come down to.
Yeah. So
Um,
it is back down to 6 people,
so down to six, back down to six.
and they're
Uh,
they're currently in a break right now.
Gotcha. Trish says, lock him up, toss the key.
So here's the
Um,
thing. They have they're actually addressing some filings that the DA um put forth in regards to Trump breaking the gag order over the weekend. But from what
mm,
I understand that they're not gonna lock him up for it. Um what they're gonna do is I believe the DA has asked for every infraction to charge him. I think it's either 1,000 or three
yeah,
thousand dollars.
$1,000. Well, they said
Yeah.
the first penalty will be 1,000, then it goes to 10,000, then it
Okay.
goes to 100,000. And so it'll be like
It's a
it'll
scale.
be incrementally to scale. And
And he
then
knows he
at
don't
some
got that
point,
money.
then after that, they will say, if he continues, he'll have to lock him up. Um, so this is where we are in America, y'all. This is where we are. Speaking of where we are, this was crazy. Bill Barr says he will vote for Trump again. Now, after he released his book, and he was talking about how much he disliked the president, and how he wouldn't vote for the president, and how he doesn't support the president, and all the threats that the president, this Trumpster, Trump, I should say, the clear and present danger that Trump is to America. He says yesterday on Fox, Bill Barr says he will vote for Trump again because he sees Trump as he sees Trump as a lesser threat to America.
Which is pure
And you notice
insanity.
notice all the Republicans are getting into alignment.
Oh, of
Even the
course.
ones that were, I mean, here's the other one that was, this pissed me off on Sunday, because I'm a Sunday political show
News
junkie.
junkie.
Chris Sununu returns to drinking from the Trump trough. This guy, and he's one of the only Republicans that I have faith in. I was like, I could vote for Chris Sununu. Just scratched the record. Just
Full stop.
scratched it. Full stop. The guy, George Stephanopoulos, you have not seen it on ABC News on George Stephanopoulos or This Week.
This week.
And yeah, so it's now called This Week. And George asked him the question. So you are okay with someone that is that will be, if it convicted of a crime, um, has been charged with raping a woman, or had, and also he gave the list. You're okay with this person being president? And Chris Sununu turned coat. Now, when he was on the campaign trail with Haley, with right, what's her name, Haley,
Hmm.
he was
Nikki
like,
Haley.
oh, Nikki Haley. He was all in about, Trump is this, Trump is that, Trump is this, Trump is that. But they all falling back into line.
But here's this. Let me tell you why they do this. When it's far out and they can't see the forest through the trees, basically, everyone will talk bad about Trump, how he is a president, a clear and present danger to the country. He's crazy, he's being indicted on all these things. But now that he is not only the front runner, but he is the designated candidate for the Republican Party, what they're doing is they don't want to be on his quote unquote bad side if he was to ever be reelected, because they know he
He's
would
coming for
come
them.
for them.
He's
So
coming.
this they don't, let me tell you something. They don't believe in him. They don't believe in anything he's doing. They're just doing it for self-preservation. They do not want to be um on his wrath. Because Trump is a vindictive person. If you've ever said anything negative to him and you hadn't gone back and kissed the ring, if he was to ever get back in power, he would come after you immediately. And then
So they're
basically your
scared.
political career is over. I mean, that's all this is. This is bully tactics 101. That's all this is.
Kimmy says, let me go back what Lisa said. Lisa says, they all will. Remember when they all were against him and then all voted for him? Nothing has changed. Exactly. These
Nope.
folks are crazy. Also, Kimmy says, I saw that interview, Ron. Yeah, that interview, I get a little riled up by some of these interviews, but that one really, I was just like, you fools. They are just, these are fools. These people are foolish people, just out to lunch. And to think that they're all they're lining up to drink from the trough of Trump. Um,
The dirty water.
GOP's Arizona abortion ban dug in for a second time. So what they did was they went back. The Democrats presented yesterday to go back to that wonderful 1864 ban, I should say, abortion law, and they tried to get them to repeal it, or to get rid of it. And the Republicans they dug in deep and said, nope, this is the best thing going for us. We will not change. And yeah, so the cruelty is what matters. And
Yep.
because they were bringing up the cruelty of, you're being cruel to women who have been raped, or women who have incest, or raped by a relative, incest, and or raped by a stranger, and whatever, all these cases, or the health of the mother, and all these things that are going on with women's health care, that you're being cruel. And so repeal it on just being that it is cruel. Being that the man who wrote it, that this law was based on, was married to a 12-year-old, married to a 15-year-old. Two of his wives were 15.
I mean, they approve of it. So I mean,
And the thing
that,
is, he
that
got
says it
all of
all.
them pregnant, and he created this law so they would not abort their children. That's where this law comes from. Quite, whew.
Lisa,
Uh,
yes. Lisa's comment. So bringing back slavery is not out of the question. Absolutely not.
you better believe it, y'all. If y'all think they're not going back, look, they just told you they went to Arizona's law before Arizona was a
Was
state,
yes.
before women had the right to vote, before women had any rights in America. They went back to the 1800s and drug up a bill, a law, I should say, a law that was on the books. That's insane. That's insane. And I tell folks all the time, if you ever listen to the Heritage Foundation and the folks of the Project 2025, they're saying the silent thing very openly.
Yep. Out loud.
They asked the founder, "Do you believe women should be not have the right to vote?" And he said, "Absolutely, they should not have the right to vote." This is someone in 2024 being interviewed saying women voting rights should be suspended because they are making too much noise. Yeah. This is where we are. This is where we are. My son says, I have a headache. Who has the cocaine? I don't even know why I put that up there. Lisa says the women of Arizona need to stand up to them on voting day. All women of both parties. Exactly. Across the country. They want to do a ban across the country. Yeah. And women, it's complicated. Women need great, not good, but great health care. Dr. Ty says usually it's people that are sub mediocre that need to suppress others in order to rise to the top. Otherwise, they would not have a chance.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
The the
absolutely.
the definition of a bully.
Oh, my, he's feeling that he says that was a legitimate remedy back then. It was, yeah, they did use cocaine for as a painkiller. Yeah. So that's what's going on in Arizona. Again, what happens in these states, Mississippi, Arizona, um, who else is down there? Alabama. What's happening in these states are what do you call it, prelogue or prologue of what they are trying to institute nationwide. Because if they get away with it in one state, that is also the formula to get away with it in others, like the book bannings, like doing away with DEI, like doing away with affirmative action, like
Yep.
the list goes on. The list goes on. If you haven't, again, so if I can just throw it out there, for those I mentioned before this week on the DEI subject, you definitely want to tune into Roland Martin and his folks on YouTube. Very good stuff. And, I don't always agree with 100% what Roland is talking about. Not all 100%. No one agrees anyway with anybody 100%. But he has been really going in on Project 2025 and DEI eliminations, and also the how they're targeting HBCUs. So this is an all front war, and it is planned, and there's structure to these attacks. This is not something that's just happening over there, just happening over there. This is really all out planned strategic moves to do away with people of color.
Yep.
So, and on that note, with Carrie Lake, speaking of Arizona,
Joke.
Carrie Lake yesterday says to her supporters, she tells them, this is interesting. She tells them, put on the whole armor of Christ. I
Put
just
on your
you just
seatbelt.
can't.
Put on your seatbelt. Put on your Bible armor, and then make sure you got a Glock.
Make sure you got your Glock. Make sure you. I can't even believe that this is in the
But she's saying
same
this not. It's
speech.
not. It's not as though like she's in a private interview where she's one on one with a reporter or she's doing this remotely. She's on a stage full of people having this and it's being broadcast out, and she's
Yeah.
saying this like to be strapped, like have it on your side, have one in your back, just make sure you like what is
Make sure you
having a
come
gun going to
packing.
be doing? What is that
It,
supposed to do? Like you're telling people you want political violence, you want people to come and shoot people up.
it is the insane, but the whole thing is she starts out. I mean, well, not start, but in this leading into this statement, she goes, "Put on the whole armor of Christ. We're gonna have to put on the whole armor of Christ to stand up against these people. Against the left."
The
And then right
Democrats.
out of the so, and she said, and in case that doesn't work, that's what she says. And let's put on the whole armor of Christ. But in case that doesn't work, strap on a Glock. Put it on your right, put it in your back pocket, but make sure you're strapped. Now, there are crazies out there that are listening.
And you've given them permission to go out and to harm someone.
I like this, Lisa says.
Let me tell you
Selective
something. That
Christians.
well, maybe so. Here's the thing that bothers me about that. You can go into a crowded space, and if you were to scream fire and there's no fire, you could be thrown in jail for that. How is it you can go out into public and tell people to go be armed and walk around and use violence as a means of getting what you want? How are you not being thrown in jail for that? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. What's going on in this country right now is bizarro world. We are living in an upside down
Upside
place.
down. It is the insanity. Who would have ever? I don't think just 15 years ago, maybe, well, 15 years ago.
8 years ago.
Well, maybe 8 years ago, they did put Trump in less
Oh,
more than 8 years
2016.
ago.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
say if we went back 20 years, no one would ever think that we would have a president, someone running for president, and is the leading of that party that is a criminal. It
Let me.
used to get thrown out of the race for the smallest things.
A child out of wedlock.
Yeah. Oh,
If
he's
you
got
if you
yeah, remember that?
if you yelled too
Yeah, too
crazily,
loud. Remember
he
yes,
got booted out. I mean, like
yes.
the smallest little things will get you booted out of the race, and now you have a man that has an Access Hollywood tape where he said he can grab women by their privates. He's been found liable for sexual assault. He has been indicted however many times. He has stolen top government secrets, but yet and still, oh yeah, we're gonna vote for him because that's what we want as president.
The insanity of it all is just. Elise says, and we're gonna go. Elise says all of the things happening are connected to Project 2025. It is real, guys. If you again, I'm gonna keep saying it. If you haven't read it, you probably need to read it. Just even even just do the outlines. You will be like, okay, this is real because they're not waiting to 2025. They are working on it now.
I love Dr. Tachi's comments.
What she says, what's it, doctor? I also have here. Elise says that's why we have to be alert. They definitely calling for violence. That's
Hmm.
right, y'all. If Trump does not get in this time, if he loses, there will there I am not is not far fetched
Nope.
that in some of our states there's going to be some really bad happenings.
You will see third world reactions in the streets of America.
Well, even in third worlds, they don't. I mean, not many in today's third world countries. They don't stay. You don't really
No,
see
no,
that
I'm
much.
I'm not I'm
Yeah.
not talking about current third world. Like
Oh,
I
gotcha.
can even talk about like back. I mean, my mom had this conversation this morning. You know how
Hmm.
Jamaica used to be like that. You know, when it came to
True.
election
True.
time,
True.
there was you've got your
It was dangerous.
conflicting
Yeah.
parties and people out in the street with guns and shooting and this and that, and that's what America reminds you of now.
Mm. Your dog says America has entirely too much power, and the irony is they don't produce much either intellectual capital or real capital for this country. If I offended anybody, I meant to. I hear you,
That
Dr. Tachi.
that point.
And middle America, as above, so low is great right now. And Paro says, as above, so below. It's cray right now. And then also Dot says, Middle America has entirely too much power. They don't produce. Oh, you got that intellectual standpoint or a financial standpoint. If I offend anyone, oh, she said it twice. Did I get that
Yeah,
twice? Oh,
yeah, you did
she
twice.
did it twice. Okay, got it. And Paro says, let's not forget he has supporters. There are people who believe in what he is saying. He's a figurehead of the mindset. Ooh, that was nice and deeply said, Miss Amparo. Lisa says, what about the guy? I forgot his name, but he jumped too high on the stage and they didn't want him anymore. He was a Democrat. That was on what's from New Hampshire. New Hampshire. God, the one that said, "Ah!"
Yeah. I don't remember his name either, but yeah,
What's his name?
that
I forgot.
one thing that he did got him booted from the race,
Got
basically.
him. They kicked him off. They kicked him right off. Kicked him right
Oh,
out off the ticket.
what was his name? It'll come to me. It'll come to me.
Adrian says we should all watch Civil War and have a convo dedicated to that here. Ooh, you know what? See,
I haven't seen
there
it
we
yet.
go.
Mm.
Could that possibly be a homework assignment for next Friday? Yeah, I'm going to see. I'm go. Adrian, have you seen Civil War yet? Let me know, because if you haven't, I think that would be a good thing for us to do together. Anyway, Civil War. Ah, yeah, that show. What is it, I like what Jamal Shabazz said. He said it's almost like they're implanting that into people's minds. So, oh, Adrian says, "Let's go. We're gonna do it, sir. We're gonna do it. We're going to do it." I like that. That's we're hanging out. We are hanging out.
Howard Dean. Howard Dean is
Howard
his name.
Dean. How could I not remember Howard Dean?
That's exactly what he did.
Exactly. And he got it, it cost him his election.
That little scream that he did on stage at a rally, people looked at him and thought he was crazy. And because
Yeah.
of that, he lost all his support and had to drop out of the race. I'm just like, really? But
Well,
yeah,
we do. I mean, Howard Dean is a big what we gonna call it strategist in the Democrat Party. If you are following the Democrats, you will find that Howard Dean has a lot of say in today's Democrat Party. And you'll see him also in interviews. Like he'll be on CNN once in a while. He'll be on MSNBC, mainly on MSNBC. I found him on many times. But yeah, that was the shout that was heard around the world. Literally, it was almost like a yeehaw.
it was.
Yeah, but now the Republican Party has lost its way. What's his?
They're not lost. They're gone. Like they fell off the
They're
edge of
gone.
the
Yeah,
cliff.
they're doomed. Elise says, "I'm going to listen to you all talk about Civil War," because she said she ain't going. I was supposed to go see Civil War. Believe it or not, I was supposed to go see Civil War on
Saturday, right?
Friday. It was
Oh,
Friday.
Friday.
It was released on the 15th, and the theater was packed. Couldn't get in. All the shows
Mm.
here in Brooklyn were packed. And then I said, okay, I'll go Saturday. And Saturday, it was packed again. And then I
Oh
said, well,
wow.
I don't really go to movies on Sundays, but I was like even trying to go on Sunday, and the movies was packed. Is it a number one? Did it hit number one for the
Let's
weekend?
let's see.
Yeah, I would love. We should all see Civil War. Uh, yeah, Derek, it's already out. He says there is a movie coming out called Civil War. It is. That's what we're talking about. The movie that came out on Friday. I'm telling you,
So weekend box office results: Civil War earns highest opening weekend for A24, which is the company that produced it.
mm,
Let me see what the numbers are looking like.
I like this idea. So next Friday on our Focus Friday, but tomorrow's Focus Friday, we are talking Instagram accounts. We're backed up. We're backed up. So we got a lot of Instagram accounts to share tomorrow on our Focus Friday, and also some really cool YouTube channels to share with you guys on tomorrow's Focus Friday. So join us tomorrow for Focus Friday.
So it made $25.7 million in its open weekend. It is the largest opening for A24, which is the company that produced it, like I said.
Oh, A24,
Um,
right? A24.
yeah,
Is
that's the
A24 black owned?
I don't know. Let me see. Oops, hold on.
Yeah, I don't know who's the owner of A24. I always see it on some of these interesting movies. The most kind of like interesting, like not mine, like not trend, like the regular trending kind of movies. It's like they usually have a little more artistic films.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to get that information.
Yeah,
But
well, it
I
was
think
number
that'll
one
be
on the
good for
box
next week.
office.
I'm going. Adrian, I'm coming up. I'm still debating. Should I come up on? Are you busy Saturday? If I come up, it has to be Saturday evening, and then I'll go to church with you on Sunday, and then we'll do. Well, we'll figure it out. Anyway, A24, founded by Daniel Katz, David Finkel, and John Hodge. Okay, so Daniel Katz is not black, and David Finkel not, and John Hodges I don't know. But yeah, A24 they've been producing a lot of good film. I like a lot of their films. A24. Okay. And Paro says, and Bob Dole, when he fell off the stage, that was it. Grand opening, grand closing. Yes, Bob Dole, when he fell down the stage, then they said he was too old to run. Yeah. Yeah, okay, got it. Guys, look at that. Look at you guys all doing your homework. I love it. I love it when you guys put it out there. Okay, so it's 12:08. I am conscious of the time. So, guys, if you want to catch the replay of this, or you want to send this out and invite your friends to these wonderful water cooler conversations that we have on these Thursdays, um, you can catch the repeat on Indie Media Soup, which is doing so well. They cross our Dr. Tachi in the building, who is the founder of Indie Soup Media, has crossed the 3K
Yes.
subscribers mark.
Listen, this is the fourth week of Indie Soup Media being live, and I had a conversation with Dr. Tachi yesterday, and I was just like, the growth on the YouTube channel is astonishing. I remember when I took a look at it just because
I
I'm
remember
always
it
a
was
numbers guy.
48. I remember it was
Huh?
just 48. I remember when it was
Yeah.
just 48 subscribers 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Actually, let me pull it up right now real quick.
Now it's 3,000
Three
subscribers.
3.48 thousand
Oh,
people.
it's
Three
still
thousand
growing.
four
Look
hundred.
at that.
It's every day. Last night when I spoke to her, it was only at like 3.02. So, they've gained over 400 new followers just from last night to this morning. Not even 12 hours.
Yeah, it's trending. It's
It's
getting
it's
some
growing.
real trend. So Dr. Tashi, congratulations for 3K and moving to 4K. Yeah, that's what it's about. So people are watching these videos and watching our shows. Chris is on there, G is on there, I'm on there. There's so many folks on the Indian Media Soup, and it's also on Roku. So you want to check out
Yes,
Roku as well. So it is there as well, so you can get the full TV experience. Dr. Tachi, I'm so proud of you. This was a good move, doll. Good move. Look at that. Look at the hands going up for Dr. Tachi. Congratulations. That's how we do it in this community. We celebrate one another. We celebrate one another, and we're all game. When one rises, we all rise.
absolutely.
That's how it is. That's how it is. And looking at the time here, thank you, Chris. Chris is my monitor. He has let me know. For those that we usually have our photography 101 class for our Patreon community, that is canceled for this evening because I will be at an event this evening. So that is not happening this evening. Also, but next weekend we are having our photo RLP, our photographers meetup in Soho. So come on out to our Soho and gallery hop. So we'll be doing that. Check on the meetup, or just click on that little QR code right here. It'll take you to everything you need. And the QR code is your connection to everything Ron. Okay. And Power says about that. She says, I listened to 2 really great shows on Indie Soup. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. I think we need to get off of here, give some leeway here on this time. Um, Dr. Ty said, wait, what did I miss? I went to bring in my garbage totes. We were
We were hailing
celebrating
you up.
you. We were
Yes,
celebrating you, Dr. Tachi. We were celebrating you.
and your 3.48K followers on YouTube.
Yes, yes, that's what we were doing. She was like, wait, I missed something. That's why you can't leave. You cannot leave. Bryson says, and last word, and Taylor Swift album dropped at midnight. I'm becoming really fond of Taylor Swift. I used to like 1 or 2 of her songs, but I'm really starting to like her. Anyway, that's a side note, sidebar. So she says, Dr. Tice says, oh, yay. Okay, guys. Well, again, if you are in the Instagram world, come on over to our YouTube channel. Make sure you click on YouTube and find us in Touch Base Daily. Also, for a better experience as well. And also subscribe and hit the likes. That's what we do. Come on over, hit the likes and subscribe, and also pass it on to your friends. Okay, guys. Chris, thank you so much, brother, for being here. We're on tomorrow, and we'll be doing
Yes.
Focus Friday and focusing on those wonderful accounts that inspire, bless, and encourage. See you tomorrow.